Welcome back everybody to some more Southampton, and today we are taking on Liverpool, and then we have another international break, and then we take on Crystal Palace, who are bottom of the league. There's an opportunity here to get some points back. Brighton, yesterday we should have picked up 3, they were 19th at the time, but Crystal Palace, actually we've drew to Brighton and Everton, who are currently in the relegation zone. And now we have Palace. They have conceded 20 goals. Or they do have a negative 20 goal difference though, sorry. So, doable. But first, let's focus on this Liverpool game which is coming up. We've made a few tactical changes to accommodate. No changes to the lineup though. This is exactly the same as we sent out against West Ham and against Brighton. But as you can see from the team instructions down here, we've gone more direct. We're pumping the ball into the box and we have a much deeper defensive line. Basically, I don't want to be caught out on the counter by someone like Mane or Salah just getting a ball over the top and just running onto it. I think that would just absolutely crush us. Our defence isn't too fast, and it's honestly not the best defensively. So I'm just trying to make it a bit easier for them. Sit deeper, invite the pressure on, and then just cut it out there, rather than trying to do anything too fancy. So we're just going to submit the team, and hopefully we can try and catch them on the counter instead. We are still playing attacking, and I'm not entirely sure that's the right idea here. Let's figure that one out after we have a team talk. Go out there and give them... No, nothing. I'm back to being useless at these. Hand over to assistant. He got nothing either. Okay, brilliant. Adam Lallana's absence. Yeah, sure. I don't think they'll really miss him, if I'm being honest. But... let's make this quick change very early on then, and we're going to go straight to the counter. Scott Sinclair already putting a long ball in. These kits clash. Not sure what I think about this one. They're both a bit red. They are both a bit red. I might have to go into 2D for a game, to be honest. I don't know why we're not playing in a blue. I don't know why they're not playing in their away kit. Oh, because their away kit's white, isn't it? And the game's probably gone, well, this kit's red and white, and their away kit's white, so we'll put them in red. It's not like... Liverpool have a third kit, don't they? Isn't it black? Don't Liverpool have a black third kit? Or am I just making this up? As they come forward here, then Mo Salah's on the ball. He takes a shot from a long way out, but it whistles wide. Hopefully we can just limit their chances here. We do have an attack here then, and we don't. We lose out on possession as Danny Ings is on the ball. No Firmino? Oh, there is a Firmino. No Mane? I haven't really looked at their team. I didn't actually look at their lineup when we came into the game. So they have Gomez on the wing as Ward-Prowse puts in a free kick, and we are 1-0 up against Liverpool. We have had good performances against the big side so far, and our centre-backs combined there to put us 1-0 up. Delete, very unselfish, doesn't even go for goal, heads it straight down into the path of Haddad, who just absolutely lumps it past what can only be Karius. No, it's Mignolet. I was going to say what can only be Mignolet, but then I remembered my assistant giving advice about Karius. No, it's got to be Karius, right? No, it's Mignolet. But they are on a counter-attack very early here, and they equalise 1-1. Couldn't last. It could never last, could it? But it was good that we got a goal. It was unselfish, and I should have stuck with my guns. I knew it was Mignolet in goal. So... they've got Gomez playing on the wing. I don't think they're playing Mane, and I think they're playing 2 up front with Ings and Firmino. No, wait. Ings is up front, Firmino's in attacking midfield, and Gomez is on the left wing. Okay, Mane's not even on the bench. So Ben Woodburn is though, and he's very good on this game. Looks like we're going to tick into half-time here then, and the score is still tied at 1-1. There's no complaints about that. We have had a bit of a problem with overly conceding against these big sides. Obviously, thinking about the Arsenal and Tottenham games when I say that. So, it would be nice to just... if we can just keep their score a bit lower, similar to how we did with Man United, but hopefully bag a couple of our own as well. I'm going to say I'm happy because I think we have to be relatively okay with that performance. Bertrand on the free kick then. James Ward-Prowse picks it up. Can we get an attack going? Ward-Prowse, Romeu. It's a decent ball out wide to Bertrand, who has got a good assist on him, and he puts the ball over. Gabbiadini makes it 2-1. Gabbiadini finally gets another goal. It feels like ages since he scored. It might have been Chelsea, to be honest. It might have been the win against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. But this is a wonderful assist from Bertrand, as we will see a lot this season. Redeems himself for that error against Brighton in the last game, and Yeah, wonderful ball in, headed in by Gabbiadini. Fantastic goal. It helps to have someone a bit bigger up front, someone a bit wider, especially in those inside forward roles. They can just be a bit more physical. As we win the ball back here, then Long puts it over. Gabbiadini's running onto it. Can he get it into the box? He can, and Scott Sinclair heads, saved by Simon. Is it Simon or Simon? He's been in the league so long, and I never figured this out. It's saved by Mignolet. As Danny Ings comes forward with it, Cedric knocks it back to Forster, who lumps it up. And can we counter? Shane Long is just going to run, and that's ambitious. That's a generous way to put it. Ambitious. Terrible is another way to put it, but yeah, we'll go with ambitious. As Dejan Lovren picks up a knock, and we win the ball back though from their throw-in. If we can maybe create something here, we're just sort of knocking it around, which I'm mostly okay with, if I'm being honest. We're doing a good job of holding the ball for once. It's not very often we say that. As we put it out onto this left wing to Scott Sinclair, and jinxed it. Ward-Prowse does win it back though. Fantastic jump there on him. Cedric to Tadic, knocking it around very nicely. Gabbiadini puts it into the box. Shane Long, and it's... I don't know, it's over. I thought it was in because the substitute flashed at the top of the screen when he headed it. Sinclair on the ball then on the left wing. He's pushing forward. He gives it to Shane Long. Loses out though to Clavan, but Bertrand wins it back. Knocks in Tadic. Long, and it's in! Mignolet absolutely scoffs it. We've seen a lot of goalkeeping errors so far, but that has to be one of the worst. Bertrand then slots it through to Tadic, who pokes it through to Shane Long, hits it first time, and it's in his hands. He was holding the ball. We'll take the 3-1 lead, and we will use this opportunity to make a quick tactical change, I think. Just noticed Scott Sinclair is not having the best game out on this left side, so we are going to bring on Nathan Redmond for him. One of our better substitutes, I think, Nathan Redmond. He's a player I quite like in real life. He's just not that good on the game. But he is pretty decent still. He's just a lot less flexible as we do start to attack. Shane Long picks up the ball, and that was a bad shot. Yeah, that could have been so much better. He just had so much time. He could have placed it anywhere, and he didn't. But we do have a corner. Ward-Prowse, deep to Romeu, hits it first time, and that was an effort. Romeu, I think he's got a really good long shot on him, to be honest, but that was very good. Take another corner, though, as Romeu wins it again. Probably going to knock it out wide here. Yeah, he does. And can Ward-Prowse put in a cross? He can, but it's just claimed by Mignolet. Time is ticking on, though, and we still have this 2-goal lead as they have a free kick. And Gomez puts it in. Forster, sorry. I'm going to call him Foster so many times. It's not Ben Foster, it's Fraser Forster. Very good save, though. They have a corner again, and that wasn't a good save. I seem to notice on corners we're leaving this man unmarked quite a lot. What I am going to do... This is risky, because I think we kill any chance we have of sort of scoring. Do we do this? Do we slow down the tempo, take a breather? I think we do. I don't want to take a breather, actually. I want to time waste more, if anything. Come on, let's just control the game. Let's just not give the ball away. Let's make safe passes. Let's keep possession. No, I don't want highlights. Highlights aren't what I want. Oh, they're on the attack. Gomez is bringing it forward. He lumps it forward. Bertrand claims it, and they don't pounce on it this time, and we might be able to counter here as Long knocks in Nathan Redmond. Redmond through to Tadic. Shane Long. Oh, it's a close effort, but at least the highlight's in our favour as time ticks away. Can it go a little bit faster? 5 minutes? I don't know where that's come from, but it's gone. It's already gone. And we have beaten Liverpool 3-2 with a very even performance, actually. Again, 16 fouls. We do put in a lot of them. It's hard to argue. We foul a lot. We're not the cleanest team. We're not getting into Europe on fair play. But actually, we didn't pick up any yellow cards, so maybe we are. 16 fouls and no yellow cards. I would be fuming if I was a Liverpool fan. But yeah, we had like a similar number of shots, obviously a few less, but 15 against Liverpool, good. 4 shots on target from 15, that's not great, but it's usable. We won off of it, it can't be that awful. That was really special, lads. No one gave us a chance, and we put them in the bin. That's what it said, right? I think. But that does put us, as I said before the game, into 5th place, and we are in with a real chance here to have a really, really strong season, especially with teams like Tottenham underperforming. Man City as well are struggling a little bit. But so far, from the we've played 4 of the big 6, and yeah, we've picked up, what, 6 points from that. That's not bad. We've beat 2, we've lost 2. Hopefully we can carry this on. So I'm going to play through this international break, and I will catch you for a game against bottom of the league Crystal Palace next. Be right back. Okay, so we are back from the international break, and we have a little bit of news to bring you. First of all, Lamina picked up another injury, but he should be back soon. But he's still on the reserves today. He's not on the bench. Højbjerg also picked up an injury for 7 to 10 days, so he's took way to the reserves. Jack Stevens has replaced him on the bench. But more importantly, Gabbiadini wants to leave. Yeah, he wants to join Liverpool, and somehow I managed to convince him that we would get the signings here to win the league in January. It's not entirely truthful, but it's going to keep him complacent for now, and that's the best I could hope for. So I'm just hoping that by then he just sort of gives up on that dream, or Liverpool just lose interest and nobody comes in for him. I don't know what I'm hoping for. We are going to be signing a keeper though. Maybe that can convince him to stay. But for now, we're playing with the same system. It worked really well against Liverpool, so there's no reason not to do it again. We've just beaten them. Why do you want to join them? Gabbiadini causing me problems. But yeah, they're playing a pretty solid side here. No Benteke is probably the most noteworthy thing. Not even on the bench. Oh, he is on the bench. He's just there. See, this is why I order mine like this. Like, you know, further back, then further forward, further forward. They just do it everywhere. But Puncheon in the centre behind the striker, I don't know who that is. Not probably his most natural position. I think he prefers to be... Never mind, it is his most natural position. This isn't going well. But yeah, it's a strong team. There's a lot of players on there you can't really underrate. The likes of Saku, Fosu Mensah, Kabai, Milio... I know his name, but I can't say it. My words don't come out. But then especially this attacking line here of Zaha, Puncheon and Townsend is very strong, which is why I've kept the defence quite deep. I don't want to get overrun. So let's keep going. Keep our good run going. 1 game. Our run is 1 game. We drew to Brighton before this. That's not a good run, is it? We have a corner then, just coming up to the 20-minute mark, and doesn't look like we're going to get too much from it. Romeo does manage to win the ball back, though. Gabbiadini is on it, gives it to Ward-Prowse on the wing. He crosses it in, and Dusan Tadic has it just wide. It's not the best chance, but at least it's something. It's the first one we've had of the game, as we get another free kick. Ward-Prowse whips it in. Doesn't really fall anywhere, though. Now they are on possession. They are on possession. They are in possession. Townsend pushing forward, and they do have an attack, and that was a very poor strike. He was in a lot of space with a lot of time, and he just absolutely mishit it. We do now have an attack from a throw-in. Dusan Tadic volleys it across to Bertrand. It's a poor cross in, though. Goes straight to Sacco. And I think we might want our crosses a bit lower this game. A bit more, like, just, yeah, lower crosses, because, you know, Sacco is a big guy. We're going to struggle to win many headers against him. He's just quite a physical player, but they are attacking here. Townsend goes for the shot. It doesn't go in. We struggle against these lower sides. We just, I don't know. We seem to struggle when teams don't come at us. We just struggle to get the goal. I mean, it makes sense. We're a very fast team that's good on the counter-attack. So we sort of need the pressure on us, really. They can't score, but we can't seem to get a chance that's really good at all. So they're going to take this corner here. We had it clear. Can we maybe pounce on this? No. And they are still attacking. No, they're not. Time's still ticking away here then. And I think late into the first half, I'm going to change the system because we're just not getting much. So we're going to work it a bit more. And we are going to try to exploit the middle and try and play it through the floor. We're going to short pass, retain possession. Actually, no, mixed pass. I prefer mixed passing. I think with players like Long and Sinclair on the pitch, you still want that option to go over the top if you need to. It's just not mandatory. Probably do need to bring Catrone on for a bit of an appearance today as well. He didn't make one against Liverpool. We were just doing quite well. They are attacking here though. And Zaha heads home. That is... You managed to get a matchup against Cedric, who's just not very good aerially. And then the ball in by Townsend was good. And they managed to slot it home for a 1-0 lead. It's disappointing, to be honest. This is another team that's lower down in the table, and we're just not performing like we should be. We have just made the tactical changes though, so maybe that can sort of inspire something. It might have to be after the halftime whistle though. Yes, it will, as it ticks over. I mean, we all know what the team talk is going to be. It's going to be a bit of an aggressive, that's not good enough. That was underwhelming. More is what we needed from that. Catrone might be making a very early appearance with Shane Long having a poor game here. As Cedric gets a yellow card, he's on a 6.4 as well. Both fullbacks having poor games. Presumably because their crosses can't get in. Advance forward on attack. Let's try that. Let's try and just go more attacking. I think we really just need something more here. We just need an extra option. As they do work it forward, we do manage to hit it clear briefly, but they are still in possession. And it's 2-0. It's just poor defending again, though. It's just not good enough. I think against Crystal Palace, a team that maybe isn't going to put that much pressure on, we shouldn't have sat deeper. We shouldn't have just invited it onto us. I'm not really sure. It goes against what I was saying in the first half, but especially when we change system, we shouldn't be inviting them on like this. But we do manage to win it back. Romeu with a good challenge. Plays forward Tadic, and if we can just hold it, which we can't, we never can. We're rubbish at holding the ball. So why are you playing retained possession? I don't know either. As they go 3-0 up, we're 3-0 down to bottom of the league. We will never get 6 points in a game, will we? It's just not possible. Yeah, this is not working. I know it's a bit late now, but we are going to push our defence up a little bit and try to maybe claw something back as they have a corner. It's 4-0. We're 4-0 down to bottom of the league. We've just beaten Liverpool. Like, you just saw that. You just saw me beat Liverpool. How are we 4-0 down to Crystal Palace? This is bizarre. We're playing the same team. For the start of the game, we were even playing the same system. And we're just getting battered as James Ward-Prowse hammers home a very nice free kick. He's running to get the ball back. We're going to have to pull out an absolute miracle here to equalise this. But it's a lovely free kick. You can't deny it. Hits it straight past the keeper. And well placed. Yeah, it's a bit of a light on a poor game. We'll take it. At least, you know, it helps the goal difference. I don't know. This has been an abysmal performance. It has to be said. Terrible. Time ticks away here then, and as they take this free kick, it looks like it's going to tick over into full time. Unless we can get some form of counter. It looks like the attack might be in their favour, actually. Fosu Mensah puts it into the box, and Puncheon puts the nail in the coffin. The nail was in the coffin a long time ago, wasn't it? That's just salt on the wound. To make it 5-1 in the 93rd minute. That's just poor. We've just been absolutely battered. But, you know, if you'd have said today you're going to get 3 points, I'd have been like, oh, yeah, we'll lose to Liverpool and beat Palace, right? No, the other way around, apparently. That was dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. We might have to do a bit of a shake-up after that, especially with Man City coming up. Although that's a team we should be quite good against based on current form, so who knows? Currently sat in 6th in the table then. That negative goal difference, though, after that game is not pleasant to see. And we will be back tomorrow for the games against Man City and Leicester. Hope to catch you all there. Thank you all for watching. And yeah, any feedback, leave it in the comments. Sorry about the last game. It was... we got smashed. Next time will be better. Bye.